Hey guys, JSimLady here. Welcome back. Today I am doing another small build in Paralives, this time for only 10,000 paradigms. Your paras start out with way more than that, but I thought the challenge would be fun, and I kind of wanted to build something sort of resembling a tiny house and see how it turned out, and so let's get into that. I'm gonna start out this video real strong. I miss one thing the most from the Sims games when building in Paralives, and that is the ability to pick up the entire house or the entire lot and move it. I kid you not, that is the thing that I miss the most when building in Paralives. I have no spatial awareness or something. I don't know what my problem is, but I have no ability to judge how far back or sideways on a lot my house is gonna end up being, and we get this mess right here. Oh, the problems I had with the roof on this build, and then I had to go back and change the bathroom because of it. And I initially made the bathroom this big because I wanted it to have two entrances, one from the bedroom, one from the kitchen, but I had to move it, and weirdly enough, even though this looks like there's less place for more doors this way, there's actually less places for more doors the other way. Or maybe I'm just not imaginative enough. I don't know. I find bathrooms generally boring, so I don't put a lot of thought or time into them, to be honest. But yeah, I wish we had the ability to pick the whole lot up and move it, and that roof was so annoying. It was way more annoying than it seems. This is sped up to like 3, 4, 5 times the speed I was actually building and stuff at. I don't know. It's sped up quite a bit though. So yeah, it was interesting. But anyways, aside from that, I'm gonna say one more thing, and this is not a complaint. It is solely an observation. The more I build in Paralives, the more difficult it actually becomes. But aside from that, the more I am serious, it reminds me of Bloxburg. I'm not joking. I know people think that that's so weird. Why am I equating it to a Roblox game? I firmly believe, because I've been playing Roblox I've been playing Bloxburg for 10 years now. So I have quite a bit of experience with it. And I am convinced that the people who build Paralives didn't solely take their knowledge and whatever else from The Sims 3. They said their inspiration was from The Sims 3. Like, they wanted to build their version, or quote unquote a better version. I personally don't feel like any one game is better than any other game. Like, they all have their strengths and weaknesses. I don't think The Sims is better. I don't think any of these other games are going to be Sims killers. I think they all have their place and their time and their audience. And whatever. But I do feel like they took their inspiration from more than just The Sims. I mean, I've literally never, ever seen a life simulation game of this particular nature, because I know lots of games fall under life simulation, like Disney Dreamlight Valley. I play a lot of that. That's technically a life simulation game, even though it does not feel like one to me, but whatever. Animal Crossing is an example. Tamagotchi Life is an example. They are all life simulation games. But these types of games, The Sims, Zoe, Paralives, they're all a particular type of life simulation game, right? They're more realistic. You know what I mean? I wouldn't necessarily say Bloxburg is not a realistic life simulation, but it is a Roblox game, so nobody's gonna mistake it for a real life simulator, you know? Because it's still Roblox. But anyways, all of that little tangent is to say there are just certain things like stretching the cabinets out that I've literally never seen anywhere else except Bloxburg. So, and the way the walls are painted, like I've never seen that anywhere else except Bloxburg. Even if you could make the argument that the way you stretch the cabinets and things out is just intuitive builder like game want, right? The way the walls are painted is not. That is not something any builder would want ever. It's annoying. It's annoying in Bloxburg. It's annoying in Paralives. And no builder in their right mind would want the painting of the walls to work the way it does. And literally, Bloxburg and Paralives are the only two games I have ever played where there's building and decorating that painting of the walls works the way it does. Yeah, it's hard to explain if you've never played these games how it works, but basically when you're building rooms next to each other, the wall is divided in sections based on what other rooms are attached to it, if that wall was made from those other rooms. So with the bathroom was the last room I built. I think I built the bedroom first. I built the bedroom first. And then because the bedroom wall just did it too. I'm not 100% sure, but I know where rooms touch, that section of the wall is considered a separate section, rather than the individual wall panels like every other game has. You have wall sections, and the section is very much dependent on what else is touching it. So you can't just paint your shower area with tiles unless you build a separate room for the shower, paint it, and then demolish a couple of the walls. You know what I mean? I'd have to show you, I'd have to like do a demonstration video for you sometime to show you what I mean. That and the scale of objects is very, very off in this game. They don't even feel like they're scaled properly to each other, let alone to the walls, and I don't know. But that's not really a complaint. That's more of a pet peeve of mine. So, yeah, maybe I just need to get over myself. I probably do, honestly, just need to get over myself. I am going to be brutally honest in saying building in Paralives is not I don't enjoy it as much as The Sims. It's not as easy. It is definitely more complicated, and it can take longer depending on what you're building, and you have a lot, with more options comes more technical difficulty, and therefore it actually gets harder to do. Does that make sense? More options oftentimes means that things are more difficult to play around with. But I will say this, I am very grateful for the ability to change the size of things like tables. I wish we could do that in The Sims 4, Or the curtains, for instance. I wish the curtains in The Sims 4 didn't snap to windows. I wish we could place them ourselves and then stretch them out. Like, that's a lot of decorating games have that, where you can stretch them out and move them and they scale properly. That's actually an incredible feature that I definitely think needs to come to The Sims, because curtains and not being able to get the right tables, table sizes and things like that, so frustrating. But the literal build itself, the house itself, the walls, that kind of stuff. And this is why I say no one game is better than the other. They all have their strengths and weaknesses. Where I personally feel like Paralives fails, The Sims does well. And where I personally feel like The Sims fails, Paralives does well. They each have something to offer, and that's what makes all of them great. That's what makes every game great, because it has something to offer for someone. And even if you don't like one feature, there are other features you could probably really enjoy. For instance, if I could figure out how to do the community center in the museum, I think I would really enjoy that in Paralives. I think it would be incredibly fun to go around collecting all the things and watching the museum and the community center grow and expand and change over time. I love games that have those kind of features. It's like having a quest without being forced on a quest, you know what I mean? And it also shows you how you have played that world and expanded that world and played with those characters in that world over time. And I just find that so fun. I do. I find it fun. Call me weird, but that's what's fun to me, is just watching the game, the space, the world, the characters expand and grow, and your little creation that you made grow and expand over the years. That's the part of gaming that I like. I do not overly enjoy building in Paralives. I guess I shouldn't say that I dislike it. It's a lot easier to build in The Sims for the structure of your house. So, and I'm gonna say that every time I do a build video, because a lot of people want to complain. And you know what? Life is too short. If you don't like something, just move on to something else that you find enjoyable. You're gonna get older, whether you believe it or not. Someday you are gonna get older. And you're gonna regret spending all of your time hating on the things that you didn't like, and not spending enough of your time loving the things that you did like. And believe me, I get it. It's frustrating when you really want to like something and it doesn't live up to your expectations. In those cases, I would say people need to lower their expectations, but alright, we're done with the speed build. Let's get into this quick little walkthrough, shall we? And here we have it. We've got this cute little brick front walk. I don't like how the bricks are diagonal like that on this particular lot, but it's painted on, and so there isn't a lot of choice. I would love to see if we could rotate the textures, or I don't know, put flooring down that isn't attached to a room, maybe. I don't know, something so that we had a little bit more control over the brick shape and stuff. But that's just a personal pet peeve of mine. We have a little trash can. I remembered the mailbox this time. It's all good out here. Then we go inside and you have the kitchen, living room, and dining room all in this one small room. I'll warn you, I did not test this first. I have no idea if your paras can actually get around in here. I think they can. I think they can. They can't get to the garbage can, but I think the garbage can is just for looks, maybe? I don't know. I've never actually had a para use the trash can before, so it might just be for looks. But I know they can come around this way and go into the kitchen and this other dining space, and obviously they can easily get to this dining space here, so that's all good. I'm pretty sure. I don't know if they can get through here is my biggest thing. And will that annoy you? Will that annoy your paras? I don't know. We'll find out, won't we? Then we have the bedroom right here. I did realize as I was editing this video, I was going blue and green again. Didn't mean to. Tried to switch it up. Ended up with all blue except this one front curtain here, which is a pale green. You know what? I feel like it works though. If I'm gonna keep going blue and green, why not throw in that one random green curtain in an otherwise a blue house? I promise my next build will not be blue and green. I'll try anyways. So here's the bedroom. We've got a nice double, not quite double, maybe slightly less than double wide bed, some nightstands, a dresser. We've even got some heating and cooling here. Oh yeah, and I forgot to mention we have a little gaming system here. The books are just decorative, I'm fairly certain. So not very helpful, but that's okay. Then we have the bathroom here. I had to squish the shower down a little bit, and it still doesn't quite fit right. And that annoys me. It annoys me that the shower tub combos don't fit within 2 squares. I don't know why that annoys me so much, but it does. And it does not fit within 2 squares the way it looks like it should. You have to build your room slightly bigger than 2 squares in order to get showered. I don't know, that just bothers me. And having to use the, having to use the advanced transformation tools, that annoys me too. Casual gamers are not gonna mess around with all that. But we have the sink and the toilet, and we've got some other decorative pieces, and they did add auto-saving, so you will see that icon down there from time to time as well. That's actually a nice feature though, because I recently had a Sims build crash on me, and that was really annoying. So there's not much else to say about this build. It's really small. It's on a really small lot, and it's really cheap. And it's basically just your very extremely basic starter house. So that's about all there is to it. But honestly, it ended up really cute. I think I really like this, especially on this weird corner lot here. The one thing that I'm missing, and I think I already mentioned this earlier in the video, is that I love the feature in the Sims games where you can pick up the whole lot or even just the house and move it if you need to, because I ended up building it too far back and I didn't want to start over. I had already started over once and that was annoying, so I didn't want to do it again. So I ended up having some issues, as you saw. Yeah. So I'm definitely missing that feature, but yeah, here you have it. It's a cute little $10,000 paradigm starter house, and if I can remember correctly how to get it up on the Steam workshop, I will. I have one house build up there. I think it's the $15,000 house, or it's the disability house. I don't remember. But I do have one up there now, and if I can remember how to do it again, I'll put this one up there and my other builds as well eventually here. So look for that on the Steam workshop. You can just look up JSimLady, and you should be able to easily find it. But there you have it. On that note, I am going to end this video here. If you're enjoying my channel, if you're enjoying this video, don't forget to like and subscribe. I'm trying to get to 1,000 subscribers before the end of the year, so all support is very much appreciated. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye!